So here we are, Barclay Safaris. We're on safari in Trini Lagoon in the Moremi Game Reserve, and I have with me on safari Graham and his wife Anna, and Scotty and his wife Susan, who is probably taking photos somewhere. A bit about my family history. I'm a sixth generation safari guide. My great-great-grandfather escorted Empress Eugenie to go see her son's grave after the Zulu Wars in the 1890s. I've been incredibly privileged to grow up in this in the safari industry. My first safari at the age of 5 was spent under the care of one of the Swakwe bushmen, the bushmen of the Kalahari, and we went off together. We were digging out python nests and exploring, the salt pans, coming back with python newborns in our pockets and things like that. So that's I've been very fortunate to grow up and in this environment. There's these palm nuts,
Golf balls.
yeah, great golf balls. You can eat it makes like a kind of a good carbohydrate full of sugars on the outside, and when you're young you're able to knock off some of the younger ones. It still has like a coconut milk inside. Yeah, so that's edible. You'll see the elephants come and shake these trees for the...
But that one's been through an elephant.
Yeah. That one, you're not going to get much out of that. The alarm calling. I mean, there's a lot going on here. These look like snow.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's like bicarbonate of soda.
That's right, darling. That's what you've seen off the plane. Yeah.
Yeah. You see these white patches when you fly over, yeah.
Bicarb. Just exactly like bicarb.
Wow.
Which you can brush your teeth with.
Yeah.
You
You
bake
can wash with,
Yeah.
bake with. It has hundreds of uses.
So it's fine powder. It's basically what toothpaste is made up of. Fine little balls. So you see that's the bit you don't want to touch.
Okay.
See the white latex?
Yeah.
So that's got cardiac glycosides in it. So a couple of mils of that and you'll have a...
Heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't touch.
So one of the species that feeds on it is the monarch butterfly.
Huh.
That orange and
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
butterfly.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
they're one of the most recognizable butterflies because they fly so slowly. They don't need to fly fast because they're full of these. They've got special cells called vesicles. And as a caterpillar, they eat the milkweed and then carry this poison in these vesicles. And when they go through metamorphosis, it stays within the butterfly. So if a bird eats that, it knows or gets very ill if it just has a bit. And so it's learned over time that they don't avoid the monarch, so they don't have to fly fast. And it's such a successful tactic, in fact, that there's another butterfly called the Batesian butterfly, so William Bates described this thing called where one species will mimic another species because it's such a successful deterrent. So like a cheetah cub mimics a honey badger with coloration. Cheetah cub has that black strap, and because the honey badger is such a tenacious, so that there's this butterfly that will copy the monarch. Uncotton. So if you find a drier one that's got some of the not really the time, but you can find these pods, and they've got very fine little almost like it's like a cellulose, it's full of fine little hairs, and if you strike a match it just explodes.
And that's not dangerous for you to be touching, huh?
No, this is fine, it's just the milk. So just avoid them not getting it in you. Like in a
far
cup.
away,
But with a bit of flint, we'll do it back at camp. You get that.
Wow.
So these fine little,
Yeah.
and it just
Wow.
it'll explode. So we'll
Wow.
hang on to that. But that the guys used, they called it gun cotton. You know,
Gun
you
cotton.
could get a
Fire starter.
yeah. But also good for starting fires and that.
So pretty.
What did you say it was, John?
Guinea fowl.
Guinea fowl feather. Yeah.
Deadly nightshade.
Called Wormcure Vernonia, and it's got anti-parasitic properties. You see, this grows right across Africa. When we're in trekking with the gorillas, you saw them. They grab food stuff and they were chewing and chewing and chewing. This one, see the fine little hairs on it.
Mm-hmm.
They take the leaf and they no chewing, just swallow it whole. You see the leaf come out in its dung. It's full of little intestinal parasites. So clean, they're self-medicating, cleaning up their own gut. This one, that's a
Do they hunt frequently? Just this time of year?
yeah.
Wow. They're beautiful.
Are the leaves a succulent or is it just a normal leaf? It looks a little bit like a portulak. That's
It's
remind
got
me
that
of
Willow
some-
herb, Ludwigia.
What is it?
Ludwigia ascendens, stolonifera.
willow.
Willow herb.
Get the fish coming in, maybe put some bait in, a couple of worms. Cut off the main channel, and then you just drop chop branches and you just drop it in. And there's little irritating hairs that prevent the oxygen intake. They swell in the gills, so it doesn't harm it doesn't poison the fish, but it just so it's good for eating. So it's like you could fish, water,
Asparagus.
brush your teeth. That ash, once it's you take the ash, you mix it with water, and you rub it. It dissolves hair. It's like a wheat,
What's that one? What's that one, John?
knobthorn acacia.
That one
Some of
here,
that fell on my-
from this tree.
An interesting tree for the local people. They use it as to make their for the witch doctors, to make their medicine more powerful, improves the potency of their spells, and then if you've consulted a traditional doctor to sort out the love in your life or some issue, money, or they will use their bones, and they have a vulture head, and they have all these different things that they use to help you. And then this will Majorberry bush, they clean everything, so that's reset. So all do the next person. So they say that you have to, when you chop a part of this tree, you have to put your own blood, muddy. So it's one of muddy. Make it thick, a couple of drops. But these days the guys don't like to put blood. Muddy is also money. So you can find some of those money buried under these bushes. Spiny num num.
Num num.
Spiny num num. So you see these red tip thorns.
Yeah.
They're used. If you can secure, you see the thorns are hooked backwards. You can secure the branch, and you can use it as a fishing. It's been used fishing hook. Yeah. But also the berries are edible. Strangler fig.
And what is it strangling?
Knobthorn acacia. described. From Garcinia livingstonia, it's the Africa mango, beautiful mango looking fruit. It's delicious for man, birds, animals. Sometimes that's how pushing our perches up here. Nobly combritum, kind of lovely light percentage, but in the evenings more. And in this is look at that shepherd's bush. So we can eat the leaves like a spinach and boil these up. The roots of these are amazing as well. You can pound them up or bake them. But you bake them and you can pound it, and it turns into a flour, and you can bake bread with it.
Wow.
So a termite mound makes the perfect oven. If you hollow out the edge of a termite mound and you put your fire in there, you know the termite mounds are a chimney system, right?
Yeah.
So it draws lovely.
That's incredible.
And then have your pizza base, and you can find asparagus and all sorts of things to put on there. So you can also use that flour
okay,
that you
Susan,
get
come
from
on
the
in.
roots. And you put in the milk, and it prevents it going off, keeps it fresh for
That's literally milk.
yeah.
Wow.
So you'll see this big growth forms of this, but this is a foam bush, and if you can even bunched up, and it's hypoallergenic. It doesn't cause any irritation. It doesn't have any irritating hairs. So this is what a mattress stuffed, or a pillow stuffed with this stuff. A lumpy mattress.
Yeah,
The Botswana name for this is Tlogochu, which means old man's hair, so grey hairs. Out here is to make traditional fishing cups. So these don't rot in water, and so you can wet them, and they become very good at weaving. You know those traps that funnel in.
Yeah.
And then you make so the fish come in, and then they swim around the edge. The traditional people make it from this age. And then of course you've got the volatile oils. You start slapping it, and it starts coming out, and then you start getting this like
you can smell it.
yeah, it's and it prevents mosquitoes, and that's an insect repellent. And they call it like a snuff. Gets you sneezing and clears the airway.
Yes, clean.
What are you doing?
Just filling an ash sock for wind direction, checking wind direction later on. See what you do. You do this.
Going that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
Yeah.
So
you
even
can
in
see
the
it this
lightest
way.
breeze, we can get ourselves out of a sticky situation.
And I thought you were warming up a damp sock.
Drying out a damp sock. Bush technique. Swirling a bit, but mostly coming to us. Yeah, so it's a nice direction to walk. If we walk quietly, we might be able to pick up, Ellie, kudu. That's 1 foot,
Is that a hippo?
four-toed, even-toed. So when the guinea fowl see us, they see, wait, look at these guys coming along. They're on 2 feet, but they've got eyes at the front of their head. Yeah, predators. If they had eyes on the side of their head, ignore us. We'd be allowed to graze amongst them. And we obviously have that to judge. This is but an ecotone. So you know what an ecotone is? The ecotone is where you get one habitat type moving into another. So you got Mopane woodland moving into savanna. On the fringe of that, you've always got a mixture of species, biodiversity, and in this Mopani.
There's a whole bunch of water buffalo through there.
Hyena and the wild dogs will be in this Mopani. Come down and hunt. Lions will spend the day in the Mopani.
Or maybe they're wildebeests.
Come down. Yeah. Like so, you sat here, I was lagoon in the cocktail hour to get quite a bit of action.
Well, despite our best efforts, it looks like we spooked them.
All the wind you can see in here where the red-billed buffalo weavers have made their nest. Yeah.
Is that to keep out predators?
No, it's more to create I mean, yeah, snakes and things, but you can see the actual nest inside. It's they have a little entrance. You can see it was drooling here, or it was it's just come from drinking. What they've worked out, even though impala aren't territorial, they have a home range, and what they'll do is they'll all come and mark here, so that at night time they will know, okay, this is marker A, B, C, D. So even in pitch black, they've got almost like a GPS marker of their territory, so they know, if I run this way it's open, if I run this way there's woodland. And they've now started working this out.
So the way they can find each other
Yeah.
also?
So when like you see impala being chased, they like to stay in their home range. It's the home ground advantage, home advantage. Wild dog are chasing them, they kind of bounce themselves back into their home range. I mean, loosely, it's not obviously a boundary and they skid to a halt, but they kind of come around and back into their home range. And that's how the wild dog tactic of running, you know, they're all coming wide. Some of them are running right behind the impala, then the impala bounce back in the home range, and then the guys waiting in the wings take over. And that's, so when you look at a wild dog hunt and you have them all GPS, it looks like they're tagging. Okay, you chase a bit fast, so you might turn to chase fast, it's a relay. But I mean, it's just the way that more the impala went. Yeah, you can tell the size of the elephant just from its feet. So if you can find a fair one. Yeah. There we go. So the direction, you can see that when they walk, they kind of drag their toes a bit. So you can see that's this general size, and then he's dragged his toes. See
Front or back or both?
both. But here's general. The back pad is round, and the front pad is oval. So look at the size of that.
Yeah.
Extraordinary size.
Here's one too that's so big.
And what you do is you take 4.5 times that length to get the shoulder height. A bit short. That's
That's how tall he is.
the shoulder. So you can imagine he's sat next to him. The head's still
The shoulder's going to be here.
looking up at him. Huge elephant. The name of this tree is a russet bush willow. You can see the little pods there. You can make a lovely tea.
We had this smell a little earlier on the
Yeah.
walk. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, certainly.
And they get this like ridge here.
Mm-hmm.
And the more wind comes, it goes smooths it out. So when it's sharp, it almost has like a glassy effect, and the wind blows it off, and so you can age it even without other animals.
It's a giraffe.
Yeah.
Right. Do
Giraffe
this
love
is
them.
some giraffes.
alarm calls. The squirrels vocalizing there. Dung beetles buried. You know, dung beetles, once they've got that ball of dung, they then bury it, lay the eggs inside it. So maybe the honey badgers. You can age an elephant by how much is left behind, because the teeth obviously have to break up the leaf, and I mean, look, you can still see bits of mapani there. You can see what it's been eating. You can identify the tree from just, it's gone straight through the stomach. You can see why it only digests 40% of what it.
Yeah. And these are long things.
Yeah.
Until what? How old was this one?
Yeah. So this is, it's obviously a bull. With the size of that dung. Because of the pieces are quite broken up. So it's, teeth are still working. It's, yeah. See how fine that last dung was?
Yeah.
Look at the big pieces there. You can see much bigger pieces of leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole, I mean, it's.
Yeah. It's noticeably different.
Yeah. This is much older. This bull's on his last legs.
He's using his last set of teeth. And
Yeah. Not too bad. It gets worse.
And the purple flowers.
This is purple panweed. If you crush it or you dry it, great for potpourri.
Oh, it smells. Yeah.
Mm.
Very nice.
That's nice from the yellow.
Yeah, it's a good, like smelling salts. Smell it.
See that? And I'm going to dig out the roots. Yeah. That should be enough for everyone.
And what was the name of the tree again, John?
It's a blue bush, Diospyros family. So the same as the African ebony, the lycoides and then the spiliformes. It's not nice having grit. Yeah, keep going. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, that's your toothbrush. And this black stuff is the toothpaste.
Wow.
Minty.
And fresh.
And it's got an antiseptic property. You chew until you get a nice like brushy end, and then you brush. And the black stuff is the good stuff. That's where it dyes your teeth yellow. Here you go, guys.
Yeah.
I got one.
Where you going?
I'm just not sure I'm going to chew it.
Want to chew that one?
Is that going to be better than this one?
Just the angle.
When do I stop brushing?
Yeah, that's good. And you get in there.
Then can I use this for the brushing?
You have to chew. So you have to chew it so it's like a brush, like this. See, it's all soft.
Your teeth look good.
Mm.
My hand is.
Let me see, dear. Oh, wow.
You're good. I can't even get it to break down that much.
Now I need a floss as well.
Yeah.
At the next bush, we'll be there.
Thank you.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a great walk.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, so did
Nice
you.
nice to change of 2 feet in a heartbeat rather than a 4.2 Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
Really good.